Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since we put a video out. We've been pretty busy with planning a double header graduation party for our girls, along with 3 really monumental birthdays in the family this summer. But we decided to do a quick run through of the garden tour. It's been a month since we've planted everything, and just to kind of show you guys like how fast everything can blossom in 1 month's time. So let's just do a quick tour real quick. So over here in this bed, we had done a seed starting video back in April, and we just finally got to plant all of our seedlings out into the garden. So here we have all cucumbers, and I have this A-frame trellis that I'm hoping that they're all going to grow up on. And same over here with this random diamond-shaped trellis that I had built. But we just planted these into the garden bed, so they're all pretty small still. Same with the tomatoes over here. So we have tomatoes and peppers. These 2 big ones are actually a Mother's Day gift from my daughter. They are chocolate cherry tomatoes, my very first time having these in my garden. So that's why these are so large. But everything else is the seedlings that we started back in April. And you can go ahead and watch that video if you want to get some advice on how to start seeds and the best methods. But over here, if you remember, we showed you how we planted these seeds in the ground, I want to say around early April. This is how far they've come already. And we are to the end of May. So it's been a month and a half, but the broccoli plants are all getting very, very large. Same with the kale. So you can just kind of see how everything is blossoming and blooming. And over here, when I very first put the video out, we had teeny tiny zucchini plants and spaghetti squash plants, and this is them. So they are ready to be almost pollinated and start producing fruit. That's how fast you can grow a garden. So if you remember, Steve had built me this amazing root vegetable garden bed a couple months ago. I had planted all of this stuff in here March 29th. So it's been a couple months, but these are carrots, potatoes, onions, garlic is behind me. It's blooming, it's blossoming. Obviously, the underground root vegetables take a lot longer than anything else, but we are in the midst. We are growing. I was concerned that any of this wouldn't even start taking off because of the sun and water, the whole situation over here, but everything is blooming and blossoming wonderfully. And I said I was putting sweetie tomatoes back here, but I ended up putting the chocolate cherries back here as well. I have flowers and I'm ready to start getting tomatoes. So this is the grape vines that we moved from one side of the yard to the other last year. Super concerned they weren't going to make it, but we have about 50-ish grape clusters and they're huge. Like, I was not expecting to see as many of these as I am. These are green grapes, seedless, so that's up my alley right there, but I have another one that I want to show you. This grape plant is a reddish grape. They're small, they're seeded. But again, we transplanted these ones and I had like 4 clusters last year. This year, I have clusters growing all over them. So I am pretty positive at this point. I see grape jam or wine in our futures for sure. So last year I had 4 blueberries in total, 4 whole blueberries, no clusters. This year I have probably like 12 clusters like this. Now granted, the birds are probably gonna come eat all of these, but the fact that I can grow them is pretty darn exciting to me. So over here on the side beds, we have what we are currently calling the Garden of Weed-In because we have not weeded this yet. But we did plant the peas along the back sides of these trellises probably a month and a half ago. And we already have pea pods that I'm pretty sure we could start picking and eating here pretty soon. These are snow peas, sugar peas, snap peas, there's a variety of them in there. But I ended up coming out and planting 4 rows of green beans and they're getting pretty tall. I'm ready to do my plantings in between at this point. Again, a month and a half, this is what you could have. So the last bed that we have is the spinach and lettuce. So the lettuce this is romaine, this is a spring mix. It's pretty much getting ready to be cut down. You can get up to 5 cuttings of each one. So you can cut it down about 2 inches from the root, eat it, and then that root will grow back up to 5 times over. So I generally don't plant too much lettuce because I kind of find ourselves wasting a lot of it. But the spinach, on the other hand, I'm growing a couple rows of that. I actually have 2 seed rows that I'm growing, but you can freeze it. So I'm just going to cut it down, start freezing it for, omelets and stuff like that. So this is our lettuce bed over here. And our cherry tree back there has still not done anything. So I don't know, no flowers, no blooms, no blossoms. Not sure what's going on with that, but that is pretty much the end of our quick garden tour. I feel like gardening is intimidating for a lot of people, especially when they're growing their own food. But with just a little bit of time, planting a seed, a little bit of heat and sunlight, a little bit of TLC, you can have a flourishing garden full of food that you can feed your family. It's organic, it's homegrown. Within 1 month, we went from basically seeds to what you saw today. And I'm pretty excited to show you guys in a month from now where it's gonna be. So I think we're gonna put a video out when we're having tomatoes and zucchini and everything else to start picking from to show you how fast it grows. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And on that note, cheers.